wanna see the numbers. But I think it's worthwhile, and we have to start early enough, or it'll be too late.
It is it's truly one of those things, just like with the redoing of the old Muni for City Hall. We don't know until we get the bids.
Right.
We can sit here and talk all night. We don't know until we get the bids.
Right.
Once you get the bids, you've got somewhere to start. We're not gonna sell the equipment.
No.
If that contract comes in and he does a crappy job, and you put him on a week-to-week or a month-to-month basis, or he's on probation for whatever.
And then we gotta keep that wing mower for the Himley property and property up by the water tower anyway.
Is that the one that goes up to the airport, the wing mower?
Yeah.
So then it's not all mowing, it's only parts, only certain things. You are gonna specify certain things to be mowed.
I think you'd have to break it down into certain things, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Quite honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a lot more comfortable with having somebody come in and I'm just doing the levees and the airport, and we're doing our parks. I'm just saying that however you want to break it up, but I don't.
Well, just put it down for the city parks and the levies.
Excuse me, Roger, do you have a map, or do you have acreages? Like Mark does for the farm? Aerial photos that would spell out so many, the levy is so many acres.
I suppose I could create one.
I can create one for you if you need it, because I can go in and draw it on a map.
Well, Your Honor, if we're gonna proceed with this, I would suggest that you form a subcommittee, because we're gonna have to define what work it is that the council wants to put on an RFP.
And Kathy is right, it's gonna take some time. This isn't just
Overnight.
an overnight project. And, like you said, if you're gonna do it, you gotta start.
Start now.
It's because there's the levy, if that gets mowed every other week, or
Then I would suggest I'll take Steve's recommendation, form a subcommittee. That's good. If no other objection, I will consist of Roger Colvinson and myself.
And how about Mark? Do you have extra time?
Well, I think Mark would like to help with the mapping.
I'll do the map. I can come down, do the mapping, not now, so come down, or have you come up one day, and it's a matter of some clicks of the mouse, and I can.
As soon as they define what areas that they want
Tell me what you want
in the RFP, then we'll cut a map out and bring it back to the council. Have to approve the RFP, and
Go from there.
then we'll put it out. In the meantime, I guess we'll have to try to crunch numbers and figure out what the costs are for us to do it. But again, it's trying to figure out if we're only gonna do some of it, but not all of it. Trying to divide that up is maybe problematic, but we'll figure it out.
Do you envision this being one person, or do you envision this being a person who also hires other people?
It has to be a company.
You'll have people hired.
That's somebody.
However they wanna do it, they just have to be able to do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to see all kinds of proof of their workman's comp insurance, their liability insurance, their unemployment, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, if
No different than any other contractor coming in.
Yeah.
if they're a company that does that for a living, they'll have all that.
Yeah. If it's an individual, you might be surprised.
They might be disqualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't
Well,
have
yeah,
that,
we need to do it
it
right.
makes our decision pretty simple.
And then we have to define the scope of the work. We have to define how often we want to mow it.
Well, that again depends upon the individual, how much it rains, there's a lot of things that come in there.
Well, I think the guys have a schedule or a timeline or a plan for how often is appropriate.
That would
for
be,
different
if they've got
areas.
something like that, Kathy.
Yeah, we would start with that, but we have to have the flexibility of bringing them in and knowing what the cost would be to bring them in if we need to.
And then if we can get a guy that, if it's real dry, only charges for the mowing.
You're saying he only charges when he moves?
Yep.
Really?
I would make a motion that we direct staff to work with the subcommittee
Consisting of?
consisting of Mayor Hollum and Councilman Colvinson to prepare, for the first meeting in February. Bring back the information that you can anyway, as close as possible for going out for, what would it be, an RFP? Proposal?
We're gonna get that ready in 2 weeks?
They said the first meeting in February.
Also, did you get the map done?
Once I know the areas, I can do it in an afternoon.
So, should I come up then?
We can, I guess, I mean, I gotta,
As far as mapping goes, how about you just work with Mr. Sarby? Do that once we have our first subcommittee meeting. Does that sound good, Mark?
That's, yeah. You guys tell me what you want done.
We'll figure it out in there.
Great.
Okay?
Got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it, since I'm gonna do maps.
Motion by Mr. Bunky, second by Mr. Colvin, Mr. Hansi, to form subcommittee.
I guess I didn't know I was getting that grade.
Any other questions? Favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes.